Give thanks and praise to the mystic laws of the universe and its protective functions and forces in nature that guide our thoughts and our part in all ways that are lawful, correct, and positive. We do give thanks and praise. A warrior sent me a clip, some information of some court situation. When I get to chop it up with the warrior them for hear what really go on, but according to the information I'm share with me, this thing I did actually in the news. So I'm gonna make an effort to share it. And we'll take it from there. Let me see if I can show it on the screen now.
The court used granted bail following brawl outside Kingston Court. One man was remanded in custody, while another was granted bail in the sum of $150,000 for disorderly conduct following an alleged brawl outside the Kingston. The court used granted bail following brawl outside Kingston Court. One man was remanded in custody, while another was granted bail in the sum of $150,000 for disorderly conduct following an alleged brawl outside the Kingston at the St. Andrew Parish Court on Tuesday. Although the circumstances surrounding the incident remain unclear, several police officers were forced to intervene in what seemed to be a brawl between several people at the courthouse entrance. The accused, Abanti Zula and Davian Mendez, were subsequently arrested and charged with disorderly conduct. A third person, a woman, was reportedly involved but fled the scene and evaded arrest. Zulu, who identified himself as a member of the Rastafari community, challenged courtroom protocol, objecting to be addressed as Mr., which he described as a British title. Not Mr., Your Honor. Abanti Zulu, he insisted. My Honor, I request you to refer to some documents placed on public record prior to this appearance. Clarify my status as not being a Mr. or subject to any British prefix or anything of the sort. Senior Parish Judge Sanjay Burr declined the request, stating that the court operates within the Commonwealth legal system. You're a court that is part of the Commonwealth legal system, and those are the rules that apply here, she said. Please forgive me if I'm following those rules, and please forgive me if I think and insist that dignity and respect for the people who come here is important and must be demonstrated. When asked to enter a plea, Zulu refused to say guilty or not guilty, instead asserting his innocence. I am innocent until proven guilty, he stated. There's no proof that I committed a crime. Despite repeated efforts by the judge to enter a plea, Zulu argued that doing so would amount to entering a contract. Consent makes a law, Your Honor. I'm being forced into a contract right now. Do I have a right? He asked. Zulu was subsequently remanded in custody until June 5, 2025 by Burrell, who noted that he was acting in a disorderly manner. His case management hearing is set for the same date. His co-accused, Davian Mendez, entered a not guilty plea and was granted bail in the sum of $150,000. I actually have video evidence. Mendez told the court, the officers accused me of something that happened while we were asking to represent one of our friends. He said we couldn't represent him, and a woman started to record the interaction between Abanti Zulu and the officer. He told her she couldn't record, and then he assaulted her. That's when I started recording. That's what happened. Judge Boyd advised Mendez to bring his evidence to trial. As part of his bail conditions, Mendez is required to report to the Port Royal Police Station every Saturday between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. He is also scheduled to return to court on June 5, 2025. Chang touts gains in crime fighting as murder.
Now that's the information a brethren shared with me earlier today. I don't know the circumstances of these cases, but obviously the brethren kind of, is actually locked up right now. So one get bail and Abantu Zulu get locked up and go to court in June. Them thing here are nothing to celebrate, that's why I share the clip. I know I have them kind of similar experience here. Probably not the same specifics, There was no advocacy for I, period. So just for we raise awareness, we are saying we don't know what the situation, and if the charges is assault and these things, then it's just a process. And express the fact that when you start learn and reach a level, you gotta carry on conduct yourself as professionally as you can, really. When you're in your group or your little social area, that's one thing. But when it becomes formal setting, you're there police station, irrespective of what it is, you know what I mean? You just go easy. So I'm not going to get into that situation more than to say, the moment them have jurisdiction over you, meaning authority over you, meaning control over you, then them are go, deal with you accordingly until you can rebut that presumption or whatever it is where them are say them have jurisdiction, which is authority and control. You have to remove that. And me hear the brethren say them place things on the public record. Me know say a different thing from what I'm on present out there. And pay attention the things when me do and I talk about and when me can show and present, when me have record, when me place on public record, we go unrebutted after a year and a day and become law until it can change. Me in my sovereign state capacity is separate and distinct from the corporate capacity, the legal capacity. My sovereign state capacity is a lawful capacity, while the legal capacity is just that. Babylon a change them approach, them a militarize everything. The police have become militarized because they want a police state. Them only can achieve a police state if them have low IQ people in front them. The moment them have people where use them basic intelligence and ask questions, then that's going to be a problem for the colonizing tyrants where operate out there as politicians. I'm gonna express there is laws out there. Well, it's actually their federal rules, their state rules that apply to them and restrict them in their conduct. However, apparently it not apply to citizens and the citizenry who are subjects to them personal monarch or them personal political party. I'm going to express that Jamaica have what is known as the Jamaica Trust. And within that document, it expresses excluded bodies, meaning organization that is not a part of the trust. The trust is actually the proper law of Jamaica. And that proper law is Chapter 3, Charter of Fundamental Rights and Freedom, as amended by Assent 2011. That's where the contractual obligation is expressed. So people are doing different thing out there. That's why we always say our thing is a little bit different. And when I can stand up as a sovereign man and prove it, irrespective of what the corporation may try to express, then can't rebut my sovereign capacity, my sovereign state of condition. You know what I mean? This is why we say we're a sovereign state of being. What is a state? Your mode of existence, not no federal area. So these are the, the distinction where we're acting out there, where people will say everybody and think all of we are the same, all of we have the same intent. My thing of freedom, yeah. So you have to be free and not dumb. You have to choose to be free and not dumb. I don't like the fact where the warrior have to go through them experience there when I man already walk some road where all the one them have to do is do them due diligence. But again, most people hear your talk, share your information, them not contact you. Them just say them bright enough, so them do them own thing, and them will get world passport like you. You understand? Them will get all different kind of things and say a lot of things, but there's always a test. I'm telling them, these courthouses are the test, especially when you're not a criminal, when there is no victim with a valid claim of any kind of wrong. You are going to get tested and you have to walk the walk. But me always say, if I can learn from that man over there who been through that, then that's what I want to go make sure me know what I do. Why? Because the man that walk before. So all of the detox when get him can tell me and say avoid that, avoid that, avoid that, and do this. When people stay on the outside doing their own thing, you can't help them. You have to leave them, let them, resolve them situation, because them get themselves in it. Them know exactly what them do. You understand? So them alone can, suffer the consequence of what them do. Cannot be a broad brush. We have to be specific. And of them thing you have the distinction out there. Everybody want to jump up and say, yeah, them is all of these things. But when the test come, man I go submit, me I tell you that. Man I go submit. Yeah, you gotta talk at first, but when you say you mess around and then give a psychological evaluation and choose not to release it, that's when you're gonna realize the problem. Yeah, them can't wait till them get in a problem, then them a try find solution. Them think they are joke. Especially nowadays when you look on what it is. You have to at least try make an effort to put, things in place before. You can't tell a man say, boy, you have anything on the public record. And you don't know what is the public record. And then you can demonstrate a certificate of fact. So if me get in any kind of trouble right now, me I place a certificate of fact upon the court with some other information, and that will be it. When you see people are behave aggressive and are behave belligerent and are behave rude and disrespectful, usually it's to disguise the fact that they don't have no knowledge to present. They don't have no law or no rules to direct these people. So then use nonsense as if that are going to work. No, that have to when with them on YouTube. And we go in a court and we win in a court or whatever we're going with in a court, and we come home, check my platform, and then we can curse out the judge. You can't curse out the judge when you're there in a court. You know what I mean? You're not going to curse out the police when you're there in a police station and in a video you are cursing him out being disrespectful. No. It's after you present yourself respectfully, lawfully, professionally, and then violate you, or them ridicule you, or them disrespect you, or them even beat you. That's when you go up on YouTube and talk about that. And then you call them sodomite, and they can't do nothing about it. Why? Because them first, as the initiator, go into dishonor by violate you, because you're not a slave. You're not even male, and you're definitely not a person. Yeah, at best, you can claim to be a man. You have to know and comprehend what you do. You can't just go understand. My situation different only because of the traffic area them really abrogate a bridge and infringe upon my fundamental rights and freedom that are the traffic area. I'm gonna say the traffic area is an unconstitutional location. And when I go in a court, them can't attain no conviction, period. Impossible. Why? Because there is no resident magistrate working as no kind of judge out there that is above my authority, period. This is why I say I can't run into what I deal with and try bring no kind of influence, because my office is such. But when a Rasta and I say a Maroon and a Moors and is everything except Indian, then I can't do nothing for uno. I am Indian. Whatever label out there, that are the one I'm tell. Only true me know say as man, what the most I create. Anything and everything have to flow through I, just like the I them out there. I are the source for I situation, just like the I them. I'm share information for say a public slavery. We can't approach it like say boy as some commercial revolution. Some commercial revolution where we have a private group. I want to talk nonsense and have us, make some people put in some private group where we don't know nothing at all. And then we come out like this. That change now go make. Because you're going to have a next set of people who are going to do the very same thing. Hear part of our information. Don't apply themselves. Choose not to apply themselves to get clarity. Then just run out there. So Babylon just look for everybody like a mimicry, a comic, a joke, mockery. And Babylon are going to roughen up as they ought to. Yeah, man. You have to know what you are doing. And when you are going to do it, you have to prepare. That's all it is. Now, through me I deal with the traffic area, me I say a public slavery. It's like my brethren Joel Jaguar up on Nantucket Island. He have a situation where a police officer, female, Ferrell Dosey, 923 badge number, where she violates fundamental rights and freedom, which is secured by the very Constitution, where she have a oath and allegiance to. What she do is, I tell Joel Jaguar say him a slave, because she work for the Nantucket Police Department. So she tell Joel Jaguar say him a slave and he need permission for move in this land, America, this Western Hemisphere. So they need permission. So she write a witness statement that is uncertified. She not write it under penalty of perjury, placing her commercial liability or financial liability and her legal liability on the line. She didn't do that. She does present a fictitious claim upon the court, uncertified, unverified, while she is under oath. This is Ferrell Ducey, police officer, female, Nantucket Island. By she doing that, this is when she initiates the dispute or controversy. This is why she is in dishonor. This is why they're on the wrong side of the issue. This is why them are do a risk management where them are bluff you, but them are going to do everything, anything in order to attain some kind of win. Once you stand your ground, these people have to step back. But you can't stand your ground if you don't have the ground to stand on. You're not going to the sea, you know what I mean? And say you're on dry land. When these people present them witness statement, them use that witness statement and go to the clerk magistrate who underwrite the foreign trust, the foreign bond, your birth certificate bond. They underwrite that surety and they make you the principal of that surety. So if you don't know what go on, adhesively, you're connected, you're hooked. Them I say, or I presume, so there is an underlying contract where you pledge your allegiance to be, responsible for their national debt. No such thing. So this is where the public slavery is. Now, this court clerk will appoint a judge. This is a conspiracy. You know what I mean? So they're going to appoint some judge to sit and play as if they're a referee. Now, if you rely on any kind of attorney, you already lose. And when you're going to present yourself on behalf of the legal entity where they might try interface with, you have to be specific. You have to have documentation already placed out there where you create the separation of entity, where them can't bind you adhesively to that piece of paper. Them kind of information where you have to have clear in your head before you go out there, like, you know where you are do when you in fact operate as if you're dead. Some are we too show off. I say ones when they're around my car, well, them will link I just by YouTube and come across a man like that, my information. And them study or follow or, some of them will contact me and do what them I do and share information or, with them. And by the time you look, them will knock me and I tell me thank you, And then show me all kind of documentation where them acquire just from my information or from the little what we share. Mark, me I tell us that these people come across, but I can't tell you this. And a one or, well, I can't know for 2 or 3 specifically we do that. Literally, them they ever say, yo, buy a drink, yo, see a strength, yeah. And because them probably have the resource, when you talk, them can just go apply and get all of these things. But them forget for, send a strength to the source. Now, a man like me, I just say salute, and this is why, them always say a leopard and usually change its spot. A lot of these people will purport themselves like them good, but ask them why are they in that state of condition. You're going to see the nonsense live what them truly live. You understand? That's why I said, me no mind, you know. You see, from me, I get a strength from you. Me I tell you give thanks and find some way for reciprocate. If me know me learn something from you, like how me learn a lot from Tommy Pepperman, these new people and so-called gurus, them on go teach a legal process. When we say Ian them teach a lot of things, especially when it's new to it. So back in them all 14, 13, 17 time there. Yeah, but when we realize that it's on the, colonized side, then we know it not have much use, so we have to reverse engineer those information. So I use a machete and chop out my way. So whatever process you hear me express or when me do, I see people get all kind of things, and the basic thing when I say this is what I do for assert my authority upon all of these things. I'm sure they are them an instrument where declaration of deed document and not just my house seal and my autograph or mark or signature. Nothing foreign. I'm sure to say it is placed upon the organic public record. And this is what most haven't done. They know nothing about it. That's why I'm saying more sound after just take on the time on it. Just try to get it right. Even when I'm not doing your own thing, just structure in such a way where it not affect you and it not affect everybody else because it's right in line with lawful procedure, lawful process. You as a living man walk in to that county recorder area and affect that area. You're not going to mail it in. You're not going to type it in. You'll have to stand up. You will have to, make that work. And that's what terrified a lot of them. Again, with the case of me, I look on any legal mind, we can take silent judicial notice according to the information and know say the first thing where a Bantu Zulu, what the Rasta should have done is secure himself by invoking them oath and then expressing to the resident magistrate his request, his wish. If you have got a court and I know what go on, you might need a little bit of time to prepare. So you just let them know because, you are your own attorney in fact. You now represent yourself. You can't represent yourself. You present yourself on behalf of the legal entity where these corporate ones are interface with. So you present yourself or you're there on special appearance. However, if you not write on paper and place it upon the court before you go into the court, you waste of time. Simple as that. So there's a lot of things to it. And you don't know everything until you talk to somebody who actually have first-hand knowledge and walk the walk. I tell you, I'm going to every court and walk out except one. And the only one I'm going to walk out is when I go away for about 45 days because Chief Judge Chester Crooks order psychological evaluation, which is against the constitutional law. At the time, I never knew that. You know what I mean? And at the time, just like the item now, we just a walk, and then later about to Zulu, I go study some more and realize that damn, them couldn't do that. Oh, it's because I never do this, it's because I never do that. There is no judge who can come in front of me and act inappropriate. Really? None. Because it's only basic knowledge. It's like you have a key where you can unseat them, but you don't want to just unseat them. You understand? What you want to do is affect the code. So you put information on the code to try direct them to say, yo, what wanna do a one thing, but this one I deal with a law. Wanna rebut this now. Point for point, rebut it. They cannot. They will not. So then we dismiss it without prejudice. Usually without prejudice, so them can come back. When you really like how you see me and job when I got press them right now, them have got dash it where with prejudice, knowing that them don't come around. The executive area is just the business aspect of things, and the police operate under the executive area. These enforcers operate from the executive office. That's why I must say police is not law. What kind of nonsense is that? Any police come in front of me and I tell me say my law, I'm gonna get embarrassed. The first thing is, they're gonna show him say, boy, if you there so and you have an oath of office, you're a criminal. Meaning you don't have your oath of allegiance will allow you to the out here. So with a bond, that means you're a criminal. And him have to acknowledge, say yes, him have an oath of allegiance to uphold the constitutional law and to serve the people. And yes, him have a public bond which ensure his activities are conduct just in case anything go wrong. And when him not have that, him can't even arrest me. Because if him go arrest me, a kidnapping, him do it unlawfully. And so we express these things publicly, we don't have to worry. We put us with patient. Because unlike them live a space. Unlike we have to go take a rocket jet to reach them. No, them they're right here on this land, right here amongst it. And no guy not immune, not the good guy, not the bad guy. Not one is immune. So no joke about where I work for no government as police can come in front of me. I, this sovereign man, can't talk for the rest. Yeah, say, boy, we go through the fire. And we demonstrate that these police have to take order from the judicial area. And we drape up that judicial area and put them in a place. So which police? Now, so one can't be out order and do what we're not doing. But me, I'm telling you, sir, lawfully, we're going to win. And we're going to retaliate. And we're going to retaliate lawfully. This is how real, true revolution jump off. When you fuck with everybody and I get away with it. And then you fuck with a one man. And just a one man that create a situation where the whole blood clot place fall down. And history demonstrate that every time. But we don't need that when we're there so now with so much knowledge, so much information. What make would I want war? When there's all different kind of ways to resolve this kind of situation. Once a dispute arises, the first thing is discussion, then negotiation, and if at all, arbitration, where an independent observer look at both sides of the issue and make a determination. And usually it's, within what them call a tribunal. So just have one little judge that make up for his own mind. You gotta have three. I say, yo, it's either or either. And you still can appeal the decision if you don't want. But them thing here are the legal process. What them a do is outside of legality. I remember, them are not God, so them don't know nothing about law. Them just use that word loosely, only because, you know, them are wizard out there, grand wizard. So them are perpetuate word wizardry. You have to rise to a much higher level for pierce through that veil and expose them deception naturally. This is why I am here. It may I tell you, but you see, as we go along, the ones them where I get a problem out there and the imposters them are gonna get some wrathful judgment. Why? Them I look past the truth and I try to satisfy them ego. And that very ego of theirs become their own obstacle. They think Jamaica, no know say a man like me there. Everybody watch YouTube. Oh, my thing never go on the news. I don't realize that. Warrior Joel Jaguar, I see them place them guys up on the news and I, you know, lock them up on things. I'm going to court over 1,000,000 times and I never met the Jamaican news. And they are that very same Kingston Parish Court. And they are that very same location. And what me tell you this, excitement was there. Jamaica have some police who wear grey jacket and tie suit with earpiece in them ears. Listen to me, people. I saw them at work and it was impressive. Uno not gonna know that other people would come and cope with me see these things. I remember this is when them I try escalate my traffic case, which is really non-criminal, civil, because money them want. So them want escalate it to criminal. So every single chance them get, them I try push a criminal charge from me. Either them I say me have some weapon, you know, weapon like a knife, Yeah, so them we always try bring charges against me. But me I tell you, say none of them sodomite. There's none out there where can attain a conviction over me. None. It's impossible. And them know it. I'm going to prove it. I literally prove it. But uno no support I. Uno make some sodomite rich. And the sodomite wanna make rich. Not have no credibility. And when you run that sodomite criminal record, usually you're going to find a whole long list of them criminality. Now for them are peed. That's why I'm going to play with them. And that's why I realize a lot of them know. They really in a rush to come know me. Because now I say I just true to now say. No hype, no flattery. That's true. But when uno not have truth and no want truth, chaos out there telling us that our people run from truth. When we're quick for send money to USFL where a millionaire and some other people we are teaching us some CIA redemption process. I telling them to fill out all kind of CIA foreign documented form. You can't create your own document. So I have to work with the Babylonian nonsense. Flying past the jurisdictional area where we now traverse. But we don't know it. We don't know it because we run past the foundation and run past the truth. And gone into some complexity so we now create trust. And we don't know what is a trust. And we don't even know who to trust. Because we're teaching about trust is as crooked as it gets. Why? God, I'm again a foundation I trust. Where the trust are derived from. The trust can't exist without an estate. You understand? All you hear everybody attack, them just separate the thing and have some over there, so some over there. So who learn the part that know it, who learn the part that know it, but want to have the connection. This is a boy, all like a fuckery, a foreign fuckery. Foreign man carry it here. And foreign man are always benefit. However, there is an express trust where everybody will walk away from. I man not abandon it. And the express trust is the birth certificate. But you have to have the information, because when you say Abantu Zulu, they are quote, who you think them want? Or the birth certificate them want, Rasta. You don't know that? So when you say, I am a miss, I'm not a mister, hey, I know now listen to me, because back in the days, in the same Alpha 3 code, because more than one time I go face Chief Judge Chester Crooks. One time the man I tell my bro, him say me and him now do no business. It's when we just start interact, you know? Yeah man, all I got through. And when him said Mr. Dallas, me I say, I object to being called a Mr. Why? Because him asked me why. I'm going to tell him, say, because Mr. is the lowest designation upon your slave ship. I'm not telling no other fuckery. And you know what that judge do? The man does sit back and laugh. Why? Abanta Zulu. You have to know, so when you're going to court, you're entering a foreign vessel in dry dock. You want me to say that again, my warrior? Alright. It's like you're going to an embassy, but you don't know, say it's an embassy where governed and controlled by foreign entity. All different rules apply in there. However, them can only exist by the proper law. So if you know the proper law and invoke it, them are going to act accordingly. It's like me going there and you going there. And we have the same case. But both are we are present ourselves. When you talk, you go on with all the way you are said, and then lock you up and tell us, boy, when you come back to court, and when you go back to court, if you mess around while you lock up, them are going to lock you up again. This is them strategy. You understand? Because them are going to observe you while you lock up, warrior. So if you're in there and going like a gangster and a create problem, it's going to work against you. Them are going to keep you locked up. Because them can do it. So everything and everything apply because you don't know who you are. You say you're a Rasta, but you have all kind of other things. And you now claim to be a man first. Because only the man can be sovereign, nothing else. And you have to stand up on your fundamental rights and freedom secured by the Jamaica Trust. It is secured by the Jamaica Constitution. The judge then not go around that when he approach it a certain way. And even when you have to talk, the moment you go in a court and you acknowledge and accept them, you know, their bond and their public oath made under penalty of perjury to do the right thing. Now, express to me the nature and cause of this action with clarity so I can comprehend as a neophyte, sir or madam. When you approach a judge like that, the judge will go sit back in them seat and say, oh, that pussy, yeah, man. And if it's a female judge, she go rub her legs together because you stimulate her pubic area with just the words them where you use and the frequency where you present those words with. Me I tell you, none of them woman judge you know me well, and me I tell you, yeah man, you have one bad one in a same half a tree, Kingston Parish Court there, back in the days. She brought me up to the mess. And the baddest one that I come across, I don't remember her name, but she was that judge who tell me that she not allowing me to take over our court. And she not allow me to talk, me and Jatiba, Rastaman, Bobo, Jatiba, the day in a court. The detective Kirk Roach, Detective Sergeant Kirk Roach, did a charge Jatiba for videoing. And when me show them say, watch you know, Joker, I can video uno. Any man can video uno public entity, anywhere, anytime. And Joker, uno not have no talk. When police are talk about lock off that pussy, no owner play, we don't want to try that. Because me I tell them, I say, the equipment we want to have not belong to owner Joker. Anything we want to have on the yard is illegal. Want to listen to that? Listen to it again. Police officer, jokers. I not talk the lawful police, because me love and respect the lawful police. If me get in a trouble, I want to have a lawful police station for call, so the lawful police can help me. But you have a lot of sodomite boy out there about them a police. Uno know, joker. Uno have no kind of standing or talk, no authority, because uno on the law. You understand? And when you run up in a people with proper knowledge, you better be cognizant and say that's what I go on. A time will come when, remember, you know, joker on can't convict we and not court because you not have them authority there. And if you not have them authority there and jump in front when I talk about, hey, me I do my job. A different thing go on and nothing come out there. And we not advocate these things. That's why I say, we are pretend and not play a game. We need for go on side. We need for go on side. We need to get the fuck out the way. Or we have a man like me, yes sir. Right, yes sir. And we not come link up. And we not make a formal, you know, presentments and make we talk. And when in a trouble, we keep on play that little voice note and, you know, we not gotta ring me. You know what I mean? For drag me out of my reverie, for perplex my tranquility when me there. When you not ring me is outside our business hours. When you not communicate with me. When you just learn, take what you want, and go to some foreign guys and think you know do something. And me I tell you, say, me not believe so the warrior they are jail. In can't they are jail. Now with all of what them supposed to do. How? They don't got time him for go to jail if you tell the judge go suck her mother or go suck his mother and jump up on the counter for go fight the judge. And they don't got time that him can go to jail. But I'm not supposed to go to jail for, you know what I mean? Not being a, no. You have to do something. Now, you see when them have him there, that's for the public slavery. That's when a judge, you know what I mean, a resident magistrate, a fact finder, a referee can make some unlawful order and end your life, ruin your life. And watch me now, the judge is insulated. Because you know, look on it and say the rascal judge you make the talk and fuck me up. No. You're going to look and say, this one here, that one here, them in fuck. No, man, then the judge make the talk. The judge not different from the hangman where hang you, or the policeman will come out come shoot you. And the judge allow that to happen. And not just the politician. They are all complicit. Now, when we say that, these guys were good and proper and lawful, them are going to rebut me easily. Easily. Them are going to say, sovereign man, we are not that. And see my, you know, record here to demonstrate, so we are not that. They will be able to do that. Not all. So I know under a delusion, and they are enough to delude themselves. Real, I going to recognize real. Real, I going to know real. And uno out there, I make a mess. Anyway, you know me, philosophical reasoning. Joel Jaguar, we want to jump out there to talk about Ferrell Doocy, and we're going to show about that video there, because this is where them use, and I talk about them as send warrant out for you. a fictitious witness statement from this cross-dressing transvestite woman or man, I don't know what she is, but them a try protect her up in a Nantucket. All of a sudden, you know, see Ferrell Dosey, badge number 923, within the documents anymore. Where the fuck that sodomite went? Donald P. Hart. I don't know, I'm not play. I tell him I said me a superior court justice. I tell him me we sit down right here, sir, and look up under your ass Clark wife, dress Donald P. Hart, cool as she is. I know say she wear pampas. Yeah, not panties. Donald P. Hart. Where the mess, you get the tenacity or the audacity to bring a claim against a free man, Joel Jaguar. This is how me advocate for my people. Me have some worry around me. Any man where you see can present a document. Once them say, boy, this sovereign man, them associate with, them is like I free. Me can't talk for the man them when I associate with me. Me can't talk for the woman them when I associate with me. Only because I walk that walk. So me can't carry them on my back. Me can't carry everybody. Whole heap of people are do things out there. I not sanction it. And if I not authorize it, it's void. That I got break on the heart. One of the things feds are tear down a lot of things out there. You know, who never tear up next? These fake Albert Pike Indians will attach themselves to the United Nations and I say them a tribal Indian and I sell the people them social security number for some kind of profit. I don't know how much money them actually get, but I'm aware. But this is a whole scam where the Moorish people and the country, these people always do these scams. And true, me know most of who are claim to the Indian now are the very same people where I used to see on welfare around America. Remember me tell you say, me never go lock away in and out of corner around it. I go all about. I go in all different kind of location and town. Most of the East Coast, but you know, I touch the West Coast too. I pass through Cali. I pass through Texas. I to beautiful place, a Boise state, them, yeah, a Freeman state, them state there. Yeah, man. I'm telling about Lockport all the way up in a Niagara Falls. So I man can just jump off this and swim going to Canada. The whole light of our one, but we not gonna know it. God, them compartmental way, them just put you around this and you around this and say, when can't move. When need permission for move. In fact, when need permission to exist. Them thing they have a problem, man. Unity is strength, but we don't have no unity. You have people where only we unite with you, you know, when you have something for benefit them. And when them get what them want, them not want to unite again, them gone. You understand? Yeah. That's why I say stand up on your own 2 foot. Your own 2 foot. Yes. Now come lean up on a man like me. Especially when, you know, me a pop down and need any kind of stick for hold me up, you not there. So what the what do want now? Telling already, you know, so the judgment where I come is only a few going to be prepared for you. Only a few, not all. 2/3 I forget judgment. And those are going to choose that judgment willingly because of that distraction. Again, Jaguar, what we have to come out here, come fireborn these ones. You know, number one, you have to terminate that release, recognizance release. And then number two, we have to stick them up now, put them in our place where we just allow the document to speak for itself. Just a document. Let the document speak for itself. Yeah, man, but time, let me also set time at the master, and I'm not gonna lie, you see when you get when you incorporate patience in anything where you do, my God, man. The result is clarity, people. Believe me. And then when you remove it's like some warrior tell me them I do things, and me I say, warrior, it's the car, you say you want to sue the police, and you want to sue that city there, and you just want to do everything. It's going to be problematic. Because Babylon are going to put up a resistance, because them already know them wrong. Them concede to you, say them wrong. All you for do is say, all right, me I keep a record of you wrong, and me I go about my business, nobody fuck with me again. And you're good to go. No. Oh, them concede some wrong. All right, I'm going to sue that one, yeah, sue that one. Now Babylon I say, all right, we can't afford that. No, only in a problem. That's what it is out there. And most of them, we get involved like that. On a disingenuous. And why I say on a disingenuous is on a lie to yourself. On a know the life on a choose to live. And on a know how on a choose to live it. And on a know the consequences of such live. But when the judgment come, on a look all kind of escape. You know what I mean? And in the process of that, on express on a deceptive ways, on a deceptive means, and on a deceptive behavior. Why? Because on a demonstrate, so on always want something for nothing. And it's, should be safe to construe that that's the way I want to live on a life out there. That's why a lot of want to make it. And when I get a second chance to improve and become better, and become worse. Why? Because I have experience at being bad out there. So instead I want to change, I want to improve and become worse. Yeah, man. That's the judgment out there, people. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's why I was said the brave may fall, but never yield, my people. Yeah, man. And it's being radical is not a bad thing. And when we say radical, it's just that you question everything and you know allow nothing outside that to impose itself upon you and you just accept it. Resist, man. All when you're not bad, all when you can't fight. You watch me now, you just resist by don't participate. You just go hide, you just go run. But you know just go jump in and participate, and then when the judgment come, you behave like say, boy, you didn't know something different. No, man. I could do it, properly. Unity is strength. But you have to unite on a common ground. That's why my thing is freedom. And I know what them other ones are, because if I freedom, them I deal with them would align themselves with me. Don't try to tell me if you align with Uno when Uno don't know what I do. When Uno not free, Uno can't demonstrate the things them when me I demonstrate. How much you align with Uno, Rasta? Uno for come around here, sir. Come get to know me. All you have to do is just call ahead of time. And when Uno come, it just come, when you see more, not gonna say truth, so you just manifest the truth. That's all it is. Now, with that kind of unity, we manifest the Most High's glory in the earth. But no ego or no obstacle. Some want to think, a smarty, and me I tell them, say, no, nobody. Literally. Because I want to demonstrate it. I want to list it as a persona. I want to list it as a legal entity, and honor is being administered as such. But it's unbeknownst to honor, yet you're not telling yourself that I'm not smart. Step by step out there. Me I tell you, say me have a document where me and Joel Jaguar going on, you know, but me I tell you, me I tell you, me I tell you, man. You know, there's not like clarity, people. There's not like clarity. No substitute, no better. When you have clarity, you approach things. It's not just a one-way approach. And when them attack you, it's just it's not just one defense mechanism you have in place. Once you have clarity, at the totality that man. Yeah, man. And that's how we give thanks to the Most High, you know. Choose. Yeah, man. For inspire with. Just for ask the question then. And ascertain and answer them for yourself. Yeah, man. Just for ask the question them and ascertain the answer them for yourself. Listen, I'm on a whole of sublime joy. I can't express it in a normal style. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Yet, we have got through our energy same way. That's a life going on. Yeah, man. We have to just, you know, we have to just make it what it is and how it is. But if the breath stop now, life cease. This is why we said, you know, we live our best life, man. Whether it up, whether it down, like the wave, we are choose to live our best life. Really. And we are choose to do the right thing. We are choose to stay lawful. And we know the distinction of what is legal, legality, legal standard, legal, yeah, we're comprehending. But we know on a law, I am law, just like you, my people. You want to say it again? I am law, just like you. Now with sodomite, where enforce legality, can talk to it. None. Listen, remember, you know, me a #1 comedian. I have lawful authorization to speak the way I do as a comedian, to act the way I act. So I don't want to follow me out there and repeat these things to public officials, public entity, or public servants. Under no circumstance you disrespect a next man or woman only because you're cognizant of the divine spark that exists within those one. Now, when them say them a corporation, them a police, soldier, them a criminal, them a all of that, then you deal with that accordingly. But first and foremost, yeah, man, respect the human dignity in the ones them out there. Yeah, man, it's a prerequisite for my people. So once you say, I walk, and you say you associate with me, and you align yourself with me, just know, say you're above Babylonian authority. Just know that. But you have to carry and conduct yourself accordingly. Very important. Yeah, man. So, you know what I mean? And again, citizens can't be attached to me. You can't be a citizen and attach yourself to me. It's impossible. Only because you can demonstrate yourself. Without this requirement, this is a prerequisite. Yeah, renunciation. Oh, renunciation document. But now I gotta take all day. I won't take all day. You know, so me have a neighbor in my community where, and I like with Frenny and the lady where cursed me on a couple years ago. But I don't like we hate these people. Not like that. But I kind of hear her talk. I don't know what kind of thing happened with her daughter, or I don't know who, and police. And I can't say it really hurt the lady, because I know them. I know the child, well, the little daughter we have at Tivoli school. We know her from, yeah, she used to play with my little daughter and things. So, I don't know what go on, but I love to know what go on, and you don't know me. I put some investigative research in it to say who and how it is, and would I talk on my platform because I'm a neighbor them, right over there, so them there. I'm not really sure what the situation is. Now, people, I go through court process, legal process because of this information. This is what I'm call a police witness statement. You know, I go see it clearly. I just present it as prima facie. And with this document, them was sending a prison people that the police are gonna tell lie. And it's unverified, but them not here. That's why them call it them corporate process, where them must say legal. But it's not legal because it's not formal. So them are gonna use a witness statement to initiate them process, to start them process, make an accusation against you, whether right or wrong, them will destroy your life. This is a birth certificate instrument. This is the only instrument. This is the legal person. This is the citizen of Jamaica. This is the only thing that can interface with, interact with this piece of paper. But because you have it in your position, you are the principal for this piece of paper. This piece of paper is called the surety. This is where them say you have a pledge. This is where the value is. This piece of paper. Nothing else what them talk about certification of live birth. No, that a birth, no money not there on that. You understand? I mean, I tell you, say a public slavery. That's why Babylon administrate the piece of paper. But them say it's an adhesive agreement because you're attached to this piece of paper. This is why I would say create a separation of entity. And when I create the separation of entities, when you effect the public record. Let me see if I find this document. I always show it, but through me always move this thing. I'm gonna like I feel take out the original. Yeah, man. I'm telling you already, I walk. And I think most people might forget this. A world birth certificate. And you notice them have them seal what them issue, but you notice the lower right hand corner, we assume the jurisdiction over these things. And Bantu, a Bantu Zulu. When you say you place document on the public record, if you don't get something like this, which represents a certificate of fact, you don't have it on a public record, warrior. You're in the de facto area. You understand? You're still in the enslavement area because you don't know the process. You understand? Everybody where deal with me have to present something like this. Yeah, whether I wanna actually get it on the organic record or not, for you deal with me, this is the prerequisite. Once you say you're a free man, sovereign man, this is one of your first steps. It's only a step, but this is one of the first steps. You understand? And because you associate with me, then it gains validity. The people when they associate with me and I do these things, me now can talk on it. So that are gonna make it void. Them have to go defend that. I won't. These are specificities. Yeah, man. And remember, we always have with contract, express, written, do not trespass. Now, I said them not going to do what them want, you know. But when you prepare like this, yeah, them always call foreign and talk to all kind of legal mind, legal counsel, and them always tell them, say, watch out for that one there, watch out for him. You understand? Because we always lay traps. In other words, I just do what I do, prepare and set them up, and when them come, I can judgment them. But for judgment, them would have still be kind of wrong, because them never even know them are get set up. Them don't even know the rules where them are, you know, we regulate them, and them supposed to uphold and honor. Them don't know the rules. That's why I'm saying a police and I'm a lawyer. The police is not the law. Enough for them unlearned. Dance like right back. Yeah, man. Criminal in all of them actions and conduct. Enough for them, not all. Not all. That's why we say a good and bad out there, man. You understand? Yeah, man, a good and bad out there people. So, you know, that's the eye them have to choose. Anyway, John, pass through again later. We just bring this kind of information, and we call it philosophical reasoning. Yeah, in my view, my watch have sentimental value to me, you know. Yeah, man, my little things them carry a energy where I place on them. So nobody talk about my watch and my battery when I wear. No, I wear it represents count. Anyway, complete gratitude for the time, complete gratitude for the item presence. Again, the brave may fall but never yield, and we say bold and brave out there, firm and strong. I will walk in their nation, in America, separate and distinct from all others. We are the true set apart ones. It's just that true I man turn up, so or me turn up, you have some ones who run in, and when them run in and can't get them own way, then you know, yeah. But we stay consistent people. And we just align ourselves with truth. Anyway, there, we just got each up. All when they run with, all when they cuss with, all when they dash water upon with, all when them arrest with. From truth there, we just got each up. And so when the truth gone, we're gone. That's all it is. So stay bold and brave out there. Stay firm and strong out there. Naturally. Naturally. I think I can play about that tape here, and we'll just wrap it up. Outside of that, boy, may I tell you have some tune I would have loved just a beat some tune, you know? And like where warrior name, I acting, you know? Yeah, man. Man, I have a song where him say I cried. Yeah, I don't know a tune that. I don't hear him play that, but not them way that I people. Truly. I just them way that. You know what I mean? We just have to tough it up out there. We just have to truly tough it up. May I learn that thing here, you know?
Court used granted bail following brawl outside Kingston Court. One man was remanded in custody, while another was granted bail in the sum of $150,000 for disorderly conduct, following an alleged brawl outside the Kingston at the St. Andrew Parish Court on Tuesday. Although the circumstances surrounding the incident remain unclear, several police officers were forced to intervene in what seemed to be a brawl between several people at the courthouse entrance. The accused, Abanti Zula and Davian Mendez, were subsequently arrested and charged with disorderly conduct. A third person, a woman, was reportedly involved but fled the scene and evaded arrest. Zulu, who identified himself as a member of the Rastafari community, challenged courtroom protocol, objecting to be addressed as Mr., which he described as a British title. Not Mr., Your Honor. Abante Zulu, he insisted. My honor, I request you to refer to some documents placed on public record prior to this appearance. Clarify my status as not being a Mr.
You hear what the warrior said? He might refer to documents placed on the public record prior to entering the court. Talk about him status. This is one of the foreign style where them come and say, adjust your status. This is where some people will teach with. I now say nothing wrong with it, you know. But me I say, Sodomite, you will teach me. You can't be slave and teach me nothing. Suck your mother. You have to demonstrate like me how free you is. And how you free yourself before you can come talk about you teach nothing. Pussy. That's some go on. Any boy will feel like them can't rebut anything when me I say, I want to put in because I want them say. I'll be a trouble me gay. Where is this thing? Maybe I'll send out the invite, but I'll probably come out here later and have an open mic. And ones can pass through and we chop it up them later. But what me I say, if they are them not understanding on the foundation, then it's gonna be tough out there. And they are them can't keep on aligning on themselves with some little. Seeing? Yeah, they never got court yet. Never been inside of the court. Never talked to a judge. Like how even a Bantu Zulu I talk to the judge right now. A female opportunity that. But you have to impress the people with your knowledge, my lord. Here the judge has said, boy, the judge had this him, the judge this him sweet. Matter of fact, I'm going to play it, because you're going to hear fair discourse.
Subject to any British prefix or anything of the sort. Senior Price Judge Sanjay Burr declined the request, stating that the court operates within the Commonwealth legal system.
Listen, the court operates within the Commonwealth legal system. What that mean? Now, a man like I, we deal with law. You know what I mean? I know the distinction with the legality. That's why I'm going to history. You understand? Me I got challenge that, well, I would even get that far with these people. Because once they them allow me to talk, like the bad girl judge there, the moment she did allow me to talk, I just unseat her and that was that. But listen to how the judge I got to tell him, say, watch you know, we're there under the common law and forgive me for assume say boy you was proper because me I present this thing proper and it'll look like you comprehend where we really are going. That's here where I go.
You're not quite that is part of the Commonwealth legal system, and those are the rules that apply here, she said. Please forgive me if I'm following those rules, and please forgive me if I think and insist that dignity and respect for the people who come here is important.
Hey Judge, I know you listen to me and that style, the warrior, but true not that on my level. And me should I in front of you? Yeah, man, because I like when you talk about please forgive me. Now me always ask for forgiveness, and when you not ask forgiveness now, Bantu them flip it for you, warrior. Warrior them flip the script for you, and my script the judge I use right there in your face. Lick it. Because she has said them under law, meaning them proper. You know what I mean? Remember on a traffic court there with the inferior ones, although this is just as inferior, but at least them here say, watch out. Present the evidence. When you say, him beat you, him do this, him mash up your property, alright, we can charge him. This is the area where you're there, warrior.
That apply here, she said. Please forgive me if I'm following those rules, and please forgive me if I think and insist that dignity and respect for the people who come here is important and must be demonstrated. When asked to enter a plea, Zulu refused to say guilty or not guilty, instead asserting his innocence.
Now, yes, I do them thing there. I say, I am innocent, and the judge, I say, boy, I say, I'm innocent, the judge say, boy, she want to make a plea. I say, you can't do what you want to do. You can't stand up and take off your panty, or you can't keep it on. You can do what you want to do. But how you going to tell me for something? However, I'm not just go in a court and talk. I make sure I have some things on the record. I'm going to do on the court record. I place it on the court record. And so when I'm not sure and I know them I come bother me, I'm going to spend money, I'm going to take it on the public record. And then I get a certificate of fact. And then I just put them in a place where even 100 years from now, a man can bring up a document and look on these people who was in office, who was working, them are going to still have an estate, because them are going to have progeny. And you know what I mean? You can lean on them estate even 100 years from now. So I mean, I tell us that them are perpetuate fraud. Them are misrepresent themselves. When a police officer come, I talk to you in a traffic discourse, knowing saying nah, tell us if you speed up or slow down. Then he might break the law, Rasta. Him outside of the scope of his authority. Don't tell me about that road traffic act. Sodomite. Where is that in the constitutional law? Jose? Matter of fact, where is you as an excluded body exists in the Jamaica Trust? Them not push you out, right? Them say you're not a apartheid. So who you talking? You don't know these things. All right. Go research the Jamaica Trust and pay attention to the date of its inception here on the island. It was said September 16. Ask yourself why is that. Now go scrutinize the document for me placed on the public record when we step out as sovereign man. You can see it's saying I must say February 2019. Very same 2019, September 16, when the means push out the Jamaica Trust. It never exists before. It's just like how most people never know that the Charter of Fundamental Rights is the law, the only law, the written law here. And in that specific document that it directly judge them and tell them how to act. It direct all of these public entities and tell them how to act. But you people not have no interest in that. We don't start about it. We don't know what we not do out there, but we not do nothing. We not link with some foreign CIA operative where show no gun and them are trained with gun and these pussy never shoot nobody. Defending slavery, they might shoot in a robbery, and enough of them are come out of federal criminal facility. So them are going to purport some little nonsense when now go apply to you and can't apply to you. Them are going to do that. You understand? Because them are work on behalf of the foreign colonizer. That's something see. License now apply to me, joker. Now bring that nonsense to me. So when uno promote, uno license this and uno license that, uno promote slavery. That's it. Unimpressive. Uno can't impress we. Only because we choose to be free. So remember, stay free, not dumb. Again, yeah man, it's free. Yeah, man, you have to stay free. Not dumb. Not dumb at all. Like that. Anyway, may the Most High guide and protect the item. In all the item ways, in all the item endeavors, and bless the item perpetually, fulfilling the item desires, needs, wants, all life. Yeah, man. Again, give thanks and praise.
I am innocent until proven guilty, he stated. There is no proof that I committed a crime. Despite repeated efforts by the judge to enter a plea, Zulu argued that doing so would amount to entering a contract. Consent makes the law, Your Honor. I'm being forced into a contract right now. Do I have a right? He asked. Zulu was subsequently remanded in custody until June 5, 2025 by Burrell, who noted that he was acting in a disorderly manner. His case management hearing is set for the same date. His co-accused, Davian Mendez, entered a not guilty plea and was granted bail in the sum of $150,000. I actually have video evidence. Mendes told the court. The officers accused me of something that happened while we're asking to represent one of our friends. He said we couldn't represent him. And a woman started to record the interaction between a Bantu Zulu and the officer. He told her she couldn't record, and then he assaulted her. That's when I started recording. That's what happened.
Yeah, you can't assault nobody really out there. What you can always do is protect yourself, defend yourself. When them are going to attack you, you can protect yourself. And that not going to be an assault. But you can't just, bully the thing. You can't impose these things. You know what I mean? We have to do share the information to teach these people. You teach the police. You teach the judge. You teach the court clerk. You teach the citizens. You just share information to teach them. And the difference and that will be more effective than you are push things down people's throat, bully them and bad man them up and you just bad it up. And then you're a Rasta. God, the court I tell you say you're a Rasta. You understand? And everybody has already knows that Rasta get for them chance already. Where you go now? Where you go? You know, if you step in there as a sovereign man, in your sovereign state capacity, man. You know what I mean? I exude and I assert authority, man, power. That I saw you for step. Well, you can't learn that from some foreign sodomite who enslaved. We are teach a CIA process. We cannot apply. Because all of those things are exposed. And when we say exposed, it's because a man like me and others expose these things. And we do it. We burn out the maroon, we burn out the more, and we show them, say, boy, nobody not free. You have some joke I take on religion and I talk about Islam. And none of these Islamic folks never fight for nobody on the mainland. We don't hear about no race war around there where we have to separate now and we have our own things. We don't hear none of that. It's all deception and assimilation. I don't want none of it. So I don't want to be a part of them organization. I create my own and stand up as sovereign in our capacity as being free. Yeah, man. Freedom, free dominion, free domain. Again, acronym, freedom. Yeah, man. Deriving, free dominion, free domain. Again, acronym, freedom. Yeah. Step by step, people. So much out there. So little time. And we are so far behind. We're late to this party. We're so late. Yet, we're so fragmented that don't know. So once Africa does choose to stand up in an individual capacity, yeah, man, and stay pure. Avoid the pollution where they out there. Just stay pure. Just stay sovereign. Anyway, give thanks and praise. Give thanks and praise. Give thanks and praise.
Board advised Mendes to bring his evidence to trial. As part of his bail conditions, Mendes is required to report to the Port Royal Police Station every Saturday between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. He is also scheduled to return to court on June 5, 2025. Chamtout's gains in crime fighting as murders dropped to 25-year low. National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chan has revealed historic gains by the police as the country record continued declining the number of murders documented monthly, quarterly, and annually in the last 25 years. The Security Minister revealed that for the period January 1 to May 5, 2025, the country